Today we are going to be working on our grade level page for our Learning Log notebooks. First thing I need to do today is cut out my page because this is too big to fit in here, so we're going to cut it down a little bit. I'm going to hold my scissors with my thumb in the smaller hole and then as many fingers as I can fit. I can't fit a lot in this one, in the other hole. And my thumb goes straight up towards the ceiling. I don't want my elbow to stick out from my body. I want my elbow tight towards my body so my scissors are kind of in control. And I'm gonna start cutting. Just like a train on a train track, I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna follow that dotted line. I close my scissor, open it back up. Now when I get to the corner here, I'm gonna use my helper hand, the hand that's not holding the scissors, the hand that's holding the paper, to turn my paper. It's easier to turn my paper than my scissors. And I'm gonna keep going. Now we have a little tab that's on our paper. We don't want to cut that off. That's going to help us show our spot in our learning log. So I want to make sure that when I get here, I'm going to follow that line. So I still have that little tab that's sticking off. And then I will throw my scraps in the recycling bin when I'm all done. Now the next step is to color this in. We need to remember 3 things when we color in art class. First is that I need to stay in the lines. No scribble coloring. I need to make all of the white go away. And I want to use the same pressure when I'm coloring. That can be light pressure or that can be pushing down hard so it's nice and dark. So first I'm going to practice with staying in the lines. I can do whatever color I want. And I'm going to start coloring. I want to try to keep my crayon going in the same direction. I don't want to change directions part of the way through. I'm going to keep coloring the same direction, slowing down when I get to a line. Maybe I kind of trace that a little bit there with my crayon, and then I can go quicker in the middle. And I want to go nice and slow on those edges so I don't go out of the lines. You can tell when I look at this that I took my time while I was coloring it in. I didn't rush. All right, maybe I want to switch to a different color. And maybe I want to color over here. Now the next thing I needed to remember was to make all of the white go away. If I can see white in the spaces that I colored, so if I color like this, I can still see white in between all of my colors. I want to make all of the white go away in the places that I've already colored. I also want to work to make sure I'm using the same pressure. I'm pushing down as hard in one place as I did in another place. So here I'm pushing down hard so my color is dark. I don't want to change part of the way through and push down a little lighter and make it lighter. That doesn't look like I really thought about what I was doing. So if I push down hard, I want to keep using that same pressure the whole time. If I want to color light, push down not as hard, push down lightly to get a light purple, that's fine. I just want it to be the same all the way through. Now I expect you to keep coloring, but we are going to move on. I want you to color in the whole thing, use all kind of bright colors, make it unique, make it your own, and take your time while you're doing it. When I'm done coloring though, I am ready to glue this into my learning log. I want you to put this on the first empty page in your notebook. If I'm a kindergarten friend, that should be my very first page in my notebook. I would glue it on here. If I'm not in kindergarten, I probably have some work that's already in my notebook. I need to flip to the next open page. This has stuff on it. Can't put it there. Oh, look at that. Nothing on this page. I can put it right here on this page. I don't want to open anywhere in the middle of my notebook and stick it wherever I feel like. We need to save space because you're going to use this all the way until you're in Grand Avenue. So, next open page in your notebook. I'm going to flip over my paper and I'm going to use a glue stick to put some glue on the back there. Now, when I open my glue stick, I don't need a ton of glue sticking out the top. If my glue stick looks all the way like this, twist, 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 that's way too much. You're gonna make a big old mess with that glue. So I'm gonna turn the bottom part until there's just an itty bitty bit sticking out the top. That is enough. And I'm gonna take my glue and I want to make a line around the edge with my glue stick. I don't just want a blob in the middle. That's not gonna stick very well. So I'll take my glue stick, hold my paper with my extra hand, and follow my edges with my glue stick. I don't need glue on this tab here, so I'm kind of gonna follow this like it's the edge here, because this tab is going to stick out of my notebook. Once I've got the glue on the back, I'll turn it over, and I want to line this edge here up with the edge of my notebook so that the tab sticks out. So I'm gonna really carefully, I don't wanna just plop it on there, however. I'm gonna line this up carefully so that the edge of my coloring sheet is at the edge of my notebook paper. And then I'm gonna give it a good rub, count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I am all done. So now when I close my notebook, I can tell where to open it up to get to all of my work.